It was so fun. I mean, if you had told me back in the 90s when I was playing Mortal Kombat and spending all my money that I would be the voice someday, I would say this is what fantasy world what was I transported to, because feel so lucky that I get to do this.
You partnered with Drizzly, which is an online drinks marketplace for the holiday season. So what can you tell us about this partnership?
Well, it's a perfect partnership, by the way, because I love it. But they launched this new. I mean, they were very nice to have me, but they launched this new gift registry where you can list the types of booze, not booze, but the types of bottles
Yeah.
and drinks that you would like, and you can put that in your list, and then someone else can have their own list, so you get the thing that you wished for as a gift. And so I couldn't. I don't know about you, but sometimes you get bottles and gifts and drinks that you're like, oh, well, maybe someone will have that, not me. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone, sure, people might love peach schnapps, but it may not be what everyone wants. So, so I made my list, and now I can go in and fulfill other people's lists with gifts, and it changes everything because you don't have to do as much guessing or hand wringing to figure out what somebody wants.
So what drinks or bottles do you want to be gifted this year?
Thanks for asking, Brian.
Of course.
Well, I always like a Don Julio 1942. I like the Bullet Bourbon, Johnny Walker Black, Dos Equis beer, Kettle One vodka. Yeah, and I love red and white wine. I like it all, basically. I like a good champagne, but yeah, those are the kind of greatest hits. If anybody wants to send those to me, I'm not going to stop them. That would be absolutely great. Would love it.
Of
How about
course.
you?
I'm not a big drinker, but I'm willing to try a lot of different things. So,
Okay,
yeah, I actually need to get on that list and adjust.
I'll send you something.
Oh, that'd be great. I would
Great.
definitely love that.
Deal,
Uh,
deal, and deal.
Sounds good. But, and there are people now who started their holiday shopping. So who's the hardest person to shop for you to shop for on their gift list?
Me? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom and dad are like, we don't know what to get you, and they say it every year. So I'm like, you say this every year, and then you are like, we just got you a lovely card. I'm like, that's fine, fine,
Yeah.
but so I'm always like, I've said to them, I was like, just give me a bottle of something. And you think that I'm trying to tie this right back into Drizzly?
No.
It's dovetailing perfectly. I'm just like,
Yeah.
just get me some wine, just get me some spirits, and I'll be happy. And so, and now they'll know exactly where to go. And then my dad and I might not be able to download the app, but my mom definitely has it.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see. Also buying, well, no, like my 15-year-old, if he had his way, he would just get every jersey from the Seattle Seahawks, just the entire,
Mm,
just 22 jerseys, so he could wear them, at one every different day, and then some throwbacks the other part of the month.
that actually sounds a lot like me. Like since I'm in Atlanta, I'm a Falcons fan. I could definitely take some Falcons jerseys for Christmas. So yeah,
Yeah, there you
nothing
go.
wrong with that. So yeah, but
I went to my first Falcons game in Atlanta last year. It was really
oh
fun.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's they with that new stadium because it opened in 2017. It's definitely a different experience. It's fun, like it really is. But yeah,
Great. And the food was great.
yeah, of course, just as we were talking about beforehand. So, but how are you and your family spending the holiday season?
We will go to tropical and sunny Seattle.
Nice.
And oh wait, it will be raining sideways, and the sun goes down at 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, that's where my wife and I are. Yeah, we're from there. Her mom is there. My parents are there. My brother's there. Her brother's there. So we have one of those vacations that's kind of not a vacation. It's
Mhm.
running around. It's how it goes in the holidays. And so yeah, we will go there. I don't know if you've been there, but it can get It can get pretty damp, but the summers are beautiful. And
Okay.
yeah, we moved away from there quite a long time ago, but we love going. We love going back. I've never spent my Christmas in Atlanta yet, but someday.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Christmas in Atlanta is it's pretty warm for the most part. Not too cold or anything like that. But I've never been to Seattle. I've always wanted to go.
You got to
So
go. Go in the
yeah,
summer. Go in the
yeah,
spring.
yeah. I'll definitely do that. But along with what you have going on with Drizzly, you are the host of the Fox reality series Crime Scene Kitchen. Season 2 just wrapped up earlier or back in June.
Yeah, that show, I love it. And I put on 9 pounds each
Mm,
time I have shot, and that's about a pound an episode. So I'm trying to keep it to that because I eat so much dessert. And everyone thinks, oh, you're not really eating it. You're just tasting it. I'm like, I eat it like it's a sport.
yeah,
And then at lunch, I just kind of lie down and wait for the sugar to get through me. And then I'm ready to eat some more.
of course, nothing wrong with that. And what's been your favorite moment from the show so far?
Boy, the screwing around with Yolanda Gamp, who's
Yeah.
the fiance of Cakes, and Curtis Stone. We have a great time. Curtis is obviously a world renowned chef, and there was this last year there fondant, which is the kind of it's a shapeable sugar.
Hmm.
And this one team was trying to make kind of a Statue of Liberty, and it just kind of looked like a huge phallus,
Okay.
to the point where they could not show it on television.
Oh no.
I laughed so hard. I was like, "It's a family show." So it was really fun.
Of course. Yeah. And that sounds awesome. But along with that, you voiced Johnny Cage in the Mortal Kombat movies. And most recently, Mortal Kombat Legends Cage Match came out, which is on digital.
Yeah,
How was the experience voicing such a popular character in the Mortal Kombat universe?
it was so fun. I mean, if you had told me back in the '90s when I was playing Mortal Kombat and spending all my money that I would be the voice someday, I would say this is what fantasy world what was I transported to, because feel so lucky that I get to do this. And so they were really so I don't know if you've seen the animation, but the animation is beautiful. And for the Johnny Cage movie, they made it look like it was very stylized with pastels for the '80s.
Right.
And it's an R-rated movie, so they don't hold back on all the stylized violence from the game. And they let me improvise a lot of jokes, and that was really nice of them. So they kind of treated, like Ragnarok was basically a
Right.
comedy that Waititi did for Marvel, which I
Yeah.
think is a masterpiece. And they kind of let us tell, we stuffed in so many jokes while telling this origin story about Johnny Cage. And there's some heavy stuff in it as well. But they really let the jokes fly, which I was just thrilled about.
Yeah, and it's awesome, man. Yeah, I got a chance to see your movie last night, and I really enjoyed it. It has that 80s feel to it, so it's really good. And one
Thank you.
last question for me. Oh, yeah, of course. And I know we're running out of time, but I want to ask you this one last question. You talk about you're from Seattle, Seahawks fan. You're also University of Washington alum, and the Washington
Yes.
Huskies football team is undefeated, ranked number 5 in the college football playoff rankings. Do you think they have a shot to win the national championship?
Well, yes. A, yes. B, it's being in the Pac-10, Pac-12 now, which will not exist next year.
Right.
Um, it's this. I think the SEC. There's been a lot of bias, I think, over the years, and they not just bias, but they consolidated power, and that's
Yeah.
kind of why now we're all in the Big Ten. Which is, like I talked to some people are like it's terrible, and I talked to a lot of players, and they're like it's good. That playing field needs to be leveled, because if a team from the South or the East Coast gets one loss, it doesn't seem to affect their ranking. But if a West
Mhm.
Coast team does, then they drop out
Right.
completely.
Right.
So we have a tough couple games ahead of us with Oregon State. and well, Washington State's always good, and
Yeah.
so, but Penix is just so good, and the game we barely squeaked by Arizona, he had full on flu, so. And I think last week against USC was such a high flying, crazy. I felt like every team was going to score on every drive, and they
Yeah.
practically did.
Yeah.
We came out on top on 10. So as a Husky, I was there when we were really good, and then we got really bad. We kind of came back a bit, and then we
Yeah.
were terrible. And so now it's really nice to get some national recognition. And my Seahawks, we got blown out last week, which is fine. We're okay. 5-2, we'll be fine. 5-3, I mean. And so we're tied for the NFC West with San Francisco, and it was the best week we could have done it because it was the bye week for the 49ers and the Rams lost. So we'll be fine. It's going to be fine. Hawks doing it.
Yeah, I think Washington and the Seahawks will be fine. It'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing, what they do at the end of the season. This should be a lot of fun. It really should.
How are the Falcons? I mean, yeah. Well, how are the Falcons doing?
They're okay. I think a lot of people are they're mad at the quarterback. They're mad at the coach, but they're second place in the NFC South, but they're 4-5. But we'll see how they do on Sunday.
Panthers are number one, and is it?
It's the Saints actually. Saints, and the Falcons will play the Saints in a couple of weeks. So
Saints pretty good.
Yeah, and they've done well, but the Falcons have been okay. I just think they just need to clean some things up, and they have a chance to win the division, so it'll be good.
Yeah, that's yeah, and it's a long season, so
it is. It really is.
When people start playing like week one, they'll be like, "Well, they've lost first game, which now they have now it's 80% chance they won't go to the Super Bowl." I was like, "Just calm down."
Oh yeah, but Joel, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. Oh yeah, continued success to you.